You guys are all choosing right now what profession you will do. And I did too. At one point in my life, I looked at myself. I was a senior in college, in high school, and I really wanted to be respected. I wanted to be esteemed. I wanted to be able to say my profession and have people raise their eyebrows and go, oh, okay, interesting. And so I wanted to be a lawyer. I also thought that by being a lawyer, I could get whatever I really wanted. If I needed a car, I could get whatever car I wanted. I could afford my family a nice house. I could have these different things. However, when I started thinking about it, I realized that it was just going to be 8, 10, 12 hours a day of my life going towards an end. That I wasn't going to be actually enjoying the journey of my life. I would just be enjoying the destination, what I was working for. Like, I was working for my means. Well, after I lived in Romania for a time and I worked in the orphanages, I realized that I didn't want to just enjoy the weekends of my life, but I wanted to enjoy every single minute. So I chose my profession. I shifted my map of my territory because I decided I wanted to be happy. I wanted to come into work every single day and enjoy my life. And I do. I say all the time, I don't know why I get paid to do this. This is amazing for me and my life. I get to be paid to come in and have discussions with kids about life, about literature, and have relationships with people. That for me gives me the opportunity to be happy every single minute of my working day. Also, I recognized that I get a couple months off in the summertime with my profession. And I ultimately really wanted to have my life be focused on relationships and to be focused on my relationships with my children. And I thought about it and I thought, one of the things I want is to be able to have those summertime moments with my kids, to be able to go to the beach with them, to be able to really understand who they are during the breaks that they had. So I shifted my decision as to what I wanted to be so that I could have not just a means to an end, but I would enjoy the journey as well as the destination. Such living in the moment means an absence of rigidity. It means not saying, oh, I'm sorry, I can't talk to you right now because I'm really, really busy and I have to create all these journals. I'm not going to, I cannot have a relationship with you. I have this expectation of what I need to do and what I need to have done with my job. Of tight organization, it's the absence of living life in this imposed structure. It means instead maximizing your adaptability, being flexible with your life and flexible with your time, discovering structure inside of experience, and realizing, this is so beautiful, flowing and changing organization of the self and of personality, rather than the imposition of structure upon experience. Okay, another aspect of the fully functioning person is that he is a creative and she is a creative individual. Since the locus of evaluation, how you evaluate yourself, is in yourself, it isn't what teachers think or what neighbors think, it is what I think that is creative. The fully functioning person is creative. After all, the solutions of others are merely the solutions of people who weren't in this situation, who weren't confronted with this problem, with these materials, or with these people to work with. So honestly, nobody has ever been in your situation before. Nobody has ever dealt with the same people at the same time, with the same problems as you have. Therefore, the fully functioning person, even if he may welcome the praise or admiration of others, is not dependent on others. If you see in any given situation only what others see, then you are dependent upon what others expect, and you are not creative. But if you are extensional about the world around you, if you are open to the uniqueness of your tensions and the needs at this moment and of those around you, what is before you is not just another sunset or just another tree or just another batch of leftovers. And at the end, the act of bringing together the uniqueness of yourself at the moment with the uniqueness of your materials at the moment and the uniqueness of others people's feeling at the moment to solve the problem is creativity. Let me back that up and say that again. The act of bringing together the uniqueness of yourselves, the uniqueness of your materials, the uniqueness of other people's feelings to solve the problem is the act of creativity. I had a situation in teaching the other week where I had a problem arise with a student. And I asked a few teachers, what should I do about this? And they gave me their solutions. Well, I would do this and this and this and this. Okay? I would do this and this and this and this. Now, how different were those teachers' reactions to what I said? Probably very different. They were. And then one teacher said something very wise to me. He said, Jess, you need to decide what you can do about this situation with this particular student, and what you want your outcome to be. You have to decide for yourself how you want to react, how you want to deal with it, and it depends on the student. There are so many things that go into this equation of how to deal with this problem. And I started realizing, of course, there's not going to be an equation for how to deal with a student. If I'm creative, if I'm fully functioning, if I want to be effective, then I have to realize that there's a careful balance, that there's a careful interplay in everything I do. Again, this could be in anything. It could be in your college experience. It's you bringing yourself to the world that you want to live with the materials and the mind and the knowledge that you have. Then you solve your own problem. What do I want to do in the world using your creativity instead of being what everybody else wants you to be and doing what, everyone else would tell you to do. And the act of bringing together the uniqueness of the moment and the uniqueness of your materials, the uniqueness of other people's feelings to solve the problem, that's the act of creativity. Whether the end product takes the form of a painting, a sonata, a plan for prison reform, or some kind of casserole dish. Last one, aren't you excited? We're on the last part of this sane person. The sane person, finally, is ethical in the deepest sense. How do her morals differ from the sane person, from the insane person? How do they differ from the morals of society? Well, Maslow says this, that his sane people have a sense of right and wrong that is quite clear-cut. They're not amoral. They don't have, they don't just say, oh, well, my situation is different than everyone's, therefore I have no morals. No, actually, when he evaluated many different sane people, their morals are quite clear to them. But here's what's different. Their evaluations are at deeper levels rather than at very superficial levels that most people worry about. Take a look at this. He goes on to say that many people will worry about things like this. Should I dance? Is dancing wrong? Should I wear long skirts? Should I wear short skirts? Is playing cards wrong? Is drinking wine wrong? And he said that those people who worry about those things aren't really thinking about the moral issue at all. They're just following guidelines of what somebody else told them. Don't drink, don't dance, don't wear promiscuous clothing. They're just following somebody else's rules and guidelines.